Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Getting good sleep is prerequisite to accomplishment, to good relationships, and to a pleasurable life. If you're not getting enough sleep, that's 7 to 9 hours a night for most adults, maybe a bit less if you're older. Your answers to these questions may yield useful things to try. Are you not significantly overweight? Overweight can lead to poor sleep and even sleep apnea, which is frequently stopping or very shallow breathing for more than 5 times an hour. More on that in a little bit. Do you have a mattress that's comfortable? If it sags, it may reduce the quantity or quality of your sleep. Is your blanket comfortable and psychologically comforting? For example, that familiar blanket you've used for years. Of course, dry cleaned occasionally or washed occasionally. Of course, you may want a light blanket in warmer weather, a heavier one in winter. Do you exercise not in the morning, but in the early evening, maybe right before dinner? Doing that will, after the temporary energizing effect of exercise, tire you out, making you more likely to sleep well. Do you eat modestly at dinner and not at all within 2 hours of bedtime? Eating increases your heart rate and blood pressure, and when you're trying to sleep, you want to do the opposite. You want to slow down. Do you have little or no caffeine within, say, 4 hours of going to bed? Do you limit yourself to no more than 8 ounces of liquid within an hour of going to bed? If you have a full bladder, you're going to sleep less soundly or even wake in the middle of the night. Do you have a regular bedtime that conforms to your natural biorhythm? Some people are early to bed, early to rise, while others are night owls. Both are fine. Just pick a sleep schedule that's right for you. Some people do best by following the schedule precisely. For example, in bed by 11 p.m., no exceptions. Other people do fine when giving themselves a half hour, even an hour of leeway. Do you get your bedroom, cool so that by the time you're in there, your body metabolism slows further? Will your room be dark when you sleep? If not, do you wear an eye mask? We're a little bit like bears who hibernate only in the cold and dark of winter. Or in the cold and dark. We hopefully will sleep not just in winter. If there's outside noise when you're sleeping, for example from the street or from a neighboring apartment, do you wear earplugs or use a sound soother that sometimes it's built into a clock radio or some other waking device? There are some amazing cool ones if you Google sound soother, clock, bedtime, radio or MP3, you'll see an amazing selection like on Amazon. Anyway, some of them, of course, make white noise or gentle rain or waves or will stream music, maybe lullabies, from your phone. Do you have a calming bedtime routine? Having one is comforting, preparing your mind for sleep, as well as your body. A number of my clients have adopted some or all, even all the parts of my sleep routine. I write my to-dos for the next day. Then I walk the dog, brush my teeth, get into my most comfortable and comforting night clothes, get into bed. I often whisper something like, I'm grateful for having had another good day. And I play an album of lullabies, always the same one, while I'm reading something calmly in bed, whether it's a novel or a gardening catalog. And then when I'm feeling even moderately sleepy, I turn out the light, which signals my dog to sidle to my side. If I'm having any difficulty getting to sleep, I monitor my breathing with a mantra that I say to myself. In with the good air. I inhale for 2 seconds. I'll demonstrate here. In with the good air. Out with the bad. If I wake in the middle of the night, I'll repeat that mantra. Maybe also picturing my garden, kind of picturing plant after plant one at a time. Have you found a sleeping position that helps you sleep best? On your right side, on your left side, on your back, in fetal position, or straight out? If you didn't have a good night's sleep, do you take solace in the fact that your body will likely recognize that and you'll probably sleep better tomorrow? If you've done all the above and it still hasn't worked well enough, you might check out a previous article I've written on the subject called 8 Tips for Better Sleep. Again, just Google 8 Tips for Better Sleep and the name Nemko, my last name. If none of that works well enough, do you sense the problem psychological? For example, frequently worrying when you're trying to get to sleep, or your worries wake you in the middle of the night? If so, might it help to keep a sleep journal, writing those thoughts and trying to process them during the day, or even sometimes at night? if it helps. Everybody's different. Maybe you're catastrophizing and you need to think your way out of that. Or there's nothing you can do about a problem and you just should work toward acceptance. Or there is something you can and want to do about the problem. Or if you can't successfully process that on your own, maybe it's time to try a few sessions with a cognitive behavioral therapist. If you've done those things, the ones above that that you think would help you, and you sense the problem is physiological, especially if you're older, you might try melatonin. I think the recommended dose is 1 to 3 milligrams a night. Melatonin is a naturally occurring substance in our brain's pineal gland that helps us fall asleep. Less of that melatonin gets secreted as we age. And if you're still having trouble getting to sleep and you do think it's a physiological issue, it may be time to visit a sleep clinic. In sum, is there at least one thing you want to try to improve your sleep and in turn your life? Do maintain an experimental mindset. Perhaps try a few of these ideas that you think most likely to be beneficial to you. If that combination works, then take one away and see if you're still sleeping well. That enables you to narrow in on what really will work for you. In any event, I wish you pleasant dreams. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.